Tonight's fireside story has been told to come from our very own dirty history. Sometimes the price that we pay to discover the unknown turns out to be too great, too much, and not what we bargained for. In the 1940s, a group of test subjects were kept awake for 15 days. At first, everything seemed normal, but what they became, by the end, was something no one could explain. The experiment was simple. 5 prisoners were placed inside a sealed chamber. They were given a gas to keep them awake. Food, water, and oxygen were provided, but they were not allowed to leave. If they stayed awake for 15 days, they would be set free. The first few days were normal. The subjects talked, laughed, and shared stories. But by day 5, things began to change. They stopped talking to each other. Instead, they began whispering into the microphones. At first, it made no sense. But then, the researchers realized they were trying to gain favor by turning on each other. By day 9, the screaming started. One of the subjects ran around the chamber, screaming for hours, until suddenly, he went silent. Then, all of them did. For 3 days, there was no sound. Microphones picked up nothing. Not breathing. Not movement. Nothing. The researchers thought they were dead. On day 14, they finally spoke. A single voice came through the microphone. Calm, clear, and completely wrong. It said, "We no longer want to be freed." The researchers had no choice. They opened the chamber. What they saw was not human. The subjects had torn into their own flesh. Bones exposed. Organs visible. But they were still alive. One of the researchers asked, "What are you?" The subject smiled and replied, "We are you. We are what you hide every night." They tried to sedate them, to end the experiment. But one of the subjects resisted. He looked directly at the researcher and said, "I will not sleep." The experiment was shut down. All records were sealed. And the truth was buried but some believe it never really ended. Sometimes, our own curiosity can make us want to do the most horrible things without even realizing it. This has been the Russian sleep experiment. Join me next time for another fireside story with Smoky Ninja.